Welcome, Kifa.
Ooh.
Kifa,
How
the
you
legend,
doing,
you know.
man? How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Now, listen, am I pronouncing your name right? Tell the people, because I know people probably get it twisted. They probably pronounce it the wrong way. How do you prefer people to call you by your MC name, your stage name?
Yeah, it's Kifa. Kifa, not Kifa, not Kifa, just Kifa. Nice and simple.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that. Or just K, if you can't get your tongue around it.
Yeah. All right, wicked. Okay. So, Kifa, how long have you been in this scene, man?
I thought about it the other day, funny enough, that you actually asked that, Redlock. I actually started MCing in 93.
93?
93.
What music genre was it?
It was drum and bass, or jungle. It was back then.
Okay.
So yeah, jungle I started on. Garage came about a few years later. I thought, this is a little bit more of me. It's more my style. Gives me more room to breathe, more room to think.
Yeah.
And I kind of just jumped ship.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've been garage stroke grime ever since.
Yeah. You know what? A lot of us jumped ship. I mean, I jumped into garage in 1995 only because I was offered a residency.
Yeah.
So I had to start buying garage records,
Yeah.
and I had to stop kind of buying jungle and drum and bass. But it happens, man. A lot of us that are in the garage scene were originally in a hardcore jungle scene. So
do you know what I think it was with me? Predominantly, I was a lot younger, and I basically said to myself, "You're not good enough to be a drum and bass jungle MC." And at the time, you know, we had some real top caliber MCs, and I just didn't feel like I had it in me to be good enough to make that. Although I was very passionate about it, and I was always, you know, trying to better myself.
yeah.
I genuinely didn't. Back of my mind, I was always doubting myself.
So was you on radio or?
No, but I was believe it or not, probably from the age of about 15, I started getting bookings.
Yeah.
In all the local clubs, you know, Southeast London, sort of, I don't know, underground, grimy type nightclubs that half of them don't exist anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, true.
They're all famous in their own right.
Yeah. So where did the name Kifa come from, man?
Okay. I've had many nicknames. I had a friend of mine, still a friend of mine, goes by the name of Curve.
Yeah.
Actually a graffiti artist.
Okay.
And he basically gave me the name. And I used to go by the name of Lee or Wrench even.
Wrench?
Yeah, when I was
Wrench? Did you used to tag Wrench?
Yes.
I've seen your tag back in the day.
You
Wrench was
did.
quite popular, man.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, like Cone and.
Yeah, I used to hang about with Cone, Regret.
And Tone.
Yeah, Moet, Tone.
Yeah, I remember these names.
Unknown.
Yeah.
That whole little crew.
Yeah.
I was with them, so I used to do the tracks. And I used to be Wrench. And then basically Curve sitting down like we are, you know, just socialising, do what we do.
Yeah.
And he said to me, bruv, I don't like this name Wrench.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to have to change it for you. And that's where Kifa was born. And a lot of it had to do with the way it sounded. I didn't actually smoke when I got that name, believe it or not. And if anybody knows the history behind that name, it's, it's a form of Moroccan pollen.
So is that your background?
No, I'm actually Filipino.
Wicked.
Yeah, I'm actually Filipino. So yeah, Curve said, we can't deal with that. This is your name. This is how we're going to spell it. Very easy to graph. You could write the whole thing in seconds and be out the door.
Yeah.
Nobody would even know. Turn around the paint still dripping. Yeah, and it stuck. Then when I looked into it and I knew what it meant, I just thought, yeah, this is a little bit more of me. It's more personal.
Yeah.
And the rest I've stuck with it ever since, and the rest is history, and I'm glad I did.
So what was your first gig, man?
Oh, I used to get booked by when I was about 15, 16. There used to be certain promoters in the Southeast London region. They used to throw I don't know, they were Turkish, so a lot of their parties were predominantly aimed at the Turkish community.
Yeah.
So they would hire places like you know, the old La Fez, which is now Hatch Club.
Yeah.
They used to hire Acapulco's.
Yeah.
Catford.
Yeah.
Scenarios.
Yeah. I remember Scenarios. Yeah.
All of these little local clubs, which are quite dark and dingy.
Yeah.
Used to get hired by this Turkish promoter, and he started to book me because.
Saying that though, you know, Kifa, the Turkish community used to run the garage scene
Yes,
from what
for
I remember back in the day.
very long time.
Yeah.
They were throwing a lot of Turkish events,
Yeah.
a lot of garage events,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the DJs that were billed. I mean, Top T, big him up. My boy Top T, he's a Turk. If anyone doesn't know who Top T is.
Ramsey and Fen.
There's a whole bunch of them. There was, you had Jason K.
Yeah.
He was that way as well. God rest his soul as well.
Yeah, RP Jason K.
You know, there was, Metz. I don't know if you
Yeah,
remember
Metz. Yeah.
from back in the day.
Yeah.
That was Top T's uncle.
Okay.
There was a whole group of them. And
then you had Upfront FM.
Upfront
run
FM.
by Dagan,
who was also Turkish.
What is his name? Oh, not Chico. Chico, yeah, Chico.
Yeah, they are actually still about.
Oh, you know what? I want to get hold of them, you know.
They are still
I would
about.
love to get hold of them
I
too.
actually still speak to Dagan occasionally.
Alright, we'll have to sort something out, man.
And yeah, I mean, they're about. They're still about. They're still together. They're still the gruesome twosome.
Yeah. Because I did see Chico about 4 or 5 years ago. He come up to me at back to 95. He's like, Redlock. Like, it was just good to see him, man, because the guy's a legend. They don't know what they've done for the scene.
History. They're part of it. They're part of anybody that does garage. Ultimately, you can't. If you're from South London, certain part of South East London, you can't deny that they were part of your music history or your path, your route that you ran. Yeah. Because they had their fingers in everything. Yeah. They threw the biggest events. They sold that Coliseum weeks and weeks over. Yeah. Summer. You remember the event? Just plain summer. Yeah. Biggest thing going. They were the biggest station on the dial at the time. Yeah. They had the most designer MCs, DJs. Always on. And I remember there was a point in 1999 when every top DJ wanted to be on Upfront because they were always on. Everyone. I managed to get on Upfront because I had a few friends, but Dagan and Chico were actually friends with, at the time, the girl I was seeing. And they actually had, because we're talking pirate radio days, their Upfront was actually in her best friend's flat in Sydenham. Yeah. So I remember them days in Sydenham. Yeah. I used to frequent there all the time because it was her flat. My missus, they were best mates. You know, it just made sense. Yeah. Then as the years went on, I got to meet all the DJs. Yeah. You know, Spidey G, big up Spidey G. He had a lot of time for me in the day, and I started just jumping on people's sets. Sub-Zero. You know, doing a little bit of maybe Goodfellas. Simi Marcel? Never Simi Marcel. Oki. I don't know if you know Oki. Oki or Oaksy? Oki. Okay. O-K-I-E. He was like the ladies. He used to play all the vocal stuff. And just because I was there, if I could jump on, I would. And for me, it was a big deal. Yeah. Being up front, you know, even if you're just getting a 5-minute jumping on while the other MC comes, it's all part of what I want it to be, and ultimately, Upfront was there. It was easy for me to get on it, so I had my fair bit of Upfront. I can't knock it. I loved it. So who's your inspiration? Who inspired Kifa? Okay, my best friend. Okay. God rest his soul. Passed away many years ago. Used to go by the name of ID. MC ID. MC ID. He used to be on Call. He did for a little bit. Yeah, that's right. Legend. Yeah, legend. So me and ID used to go to school together. He was my best mate. He was actually my first official DJ, but he could spit. He was like, "I'll DJ for you. You can." So you do what boys do: go around to the house, you have a little mix and have a little session. Enjoy it. But I always thought ID was better. He always thought I was better, and we were almost like he was my fire. He'd always like, "Bro, you're bad. You need to write more bars, you need to master your flow, you don't know how good you are, blah, 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 blah." Where I was always doubting myself, So anyway, cut a long story short, we'd always go, we'd have sessions, mix, and then one day, I just said, "You know what? I don't want to be a DJ. I want to do what you're doing. I want to touch the mic." And he could spit. Like I said, I thought he was better than me. Yeah. He was spitting those American rap flows way before it was a thing. Yeah. There was only one other MC kind of doing it with Mega Man. That's the realest of it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And he had bars, he had flows, but he didn't have the confidence. And then basically we started working together. This was before radio. This was all bedroom DJs, bedroom MCs. And he helped me master my craft. Basically, he wrote a lot of my bars with me. R.I.P. to ID. Yeah, R.I.P. ID. You know, he told me about timing, about flow, you know, about all of that. And he was just good with it. And he made me better. And because he was so good, it made me up my game every time.
Yeah, so
We
you
used to go
became a
radio.
master.
Yeah, we'd go radio. I'd listen to it and I'd be like, that wasn't good enough, Kif. You need to put your finger out. You know what I mean? You're mumbling, you're this, you're that. I started being very picky at what I was doing, but it was because of him. He brought the best out of me. And then eventually, I just went clear with it. I mastered what I was doing. I thought I'm comfortable in my own skin. Da-da-da-da-da. The rest was history. And then, yeah, Ivy became a father. He stopped doing what he was doing. And I just carried on. Always, obviously, he was my best mate. So we always kept in contact. So he was my main inspiration. I'd be lying if I said any different. But then I got to pick up Skibber. Hands down.
R.I.P. Skibber. R.I.P. Skibber.
R.I.P. Skibber. You know, I started on jungle, which is now drum and bass. And he was the man. I used to listen to his shows, you know, and the whole double tap, that speed.
Yeah.
I loved it. I fell in love with it from the minute I heard it.
Yeah.
You know, I could rap.
Yeah.
Because I used to listen. I grew up listening to hip hop, NWA, Public Enemy, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Redlock? We all grew up to that stuff. So rapping to me was rapping.
Yeah.
I didn't want to rap.
Yeah.
I wanted to do what Skibber was doing and Ivy was doing.
Yeah.
Them guys were just like machine guns.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. That's why Skibber rose to fame so quickly. He just was different, wasn't he?
He was different. There was no one else doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
You know, within a couple of years of him doing what he was doing, you had a few like, you had Riddler was another one.
Yeah.
One of my favorite MCs, Riddler. Big him up. He was a bad boy. Spanish Fly.
Yes.
He's slowly coming back out now. Yeah. Another bad boy on the mic. These guys were the king of double tap and speed. And they used to do it to perfection. And that's, you know, so between Ivy and Skibber, Kifa was born, basically. And I'll be lying to say any different. But yeah, Ivy, God rest your soul, he's my guy. And because of him, I am where I am today. And it's why Kifa exists. Yeah,
because you're a busy MC. You're a busy MC. In my opinion, underrated. Because you're probably one of the best MCs in the garage scene.
I appreciate that, honestly.
And the reason why I say that is because you're ahead of your time. You just, I'm going to say this, I'm just going to go out for it. If people burn me for it, they can put me in the woods for it, I don't care. There's a lot of people that are in the scene, not because of their skill, but because of what they offer the promoter. A lot of promoters are booking DJs and MCs from what they can get from them, what benefits they can get from that DJ and MC. They're not booking them on their skills. I mean, for example, I'm just going to say this, and again, if I get burned, Kifa, but there's a lot of DJs on the scene that I know that I would destroy.
Facts.
Facts. Yeah, if I went up against them.
Skill set. Yeah, that's 100%.
And there's a lot of MCs I know that you would totally evaporate if they put you, if you was up against them. So it just goes to show you the scene is, it's just based on what you can do for me to book you.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way a lot of promoters are looking at things. They're not looking at the skill anymore.
No.
This is why the scene, in my opinion, I think the scene's in trouble.
Yeah.
Because you really listen to, like someone might put a video up and everyone's it's the same tunes. Yeah. So sorry about this female attitude, but Flowers.
Yeah, everyone plays.
Or do you really like it or whatever? It's the same songs all the time.
Do you know what it is, Redlock?
Just in case.
As much as a lot of these DJs probably wouldn't agree with what I'm about to say, you really need to look in the mirror and check yourself. Yeah. A lot of these DJs play a set what they would consider to be a safe set.
Yeah.
The bottom line is it's not a safe set. What it is you're doing is you're trying to rub your ego. Let's be real.
To get everyone
crowd
cheering.
Reaction.
Yeah.
You do it for the crowd reaction, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that.
There isn't.
Yeah. But the bottom line is, if you're doing it for a crowd reaction, you're doing it for the crowd reaction. But I know a lot of DJs who do it purely to rub their own ego.
Mm-hmm.
They get the response from they don't care what anyone else thinks. They really don't care what the crowd thinks. They just want that reaction ooh, making the noise, singing along to it, putting their arms in the air, whatever it is, they want that from the crowd. That is what a DJ should demand when he's doing his set. But ultimately, you've got to do it for the right reason. Not because you want to pat yourself on the back or go on and say, I'm a gangster DJ. I'll bust up the place. You're the only person that thinks you bust it up because they were all cheering and singing along to songs that they know. It's a nostalgic thing. They're not singing along because you're a bad boy DJ. It's the tune. So again, if you really break it down for what it is, it's ego rubbing.
Okay, so name me some DJs that don't just play top 10. All right, let me start. I'll start with one. Perception. DJ Perception.
He plays in his own lane.
Again, another artist that is underrated and is above their time, ahead of their time.
I fully agree with you.
He don't play the top 10.
No. I fully agree with you.
Give me some others.
Perception is way underrated. There's a couple of new boys on the scene. Who I would say are very underrated. Keep an eye out. You got one called Phono Vibes. Done a few things with him.
What fun?
Phono
Vibes. Okay. Phono Vibes.
He's from the Milton Keynes. Wicked. He knows Principal and all those. That little big boy DJ. Look out for him. But if we're talking some of the older ones, Listener is another one. Spinny B, big you up, bro.
Spinny B, yeah. Spinny B, yeah.
Bad boy DJs. They don't play it safe. You won't hear them playing the Chocolate Boys or any. I don't knock any of those tunes. They're foundation for what this UKG thing is. But there is so much more out there. I could name you right now off the top of my head 5, garage producers who nobody's ever heard of. But I guarantee you that if I played you one tune of every one of those producers, you would be hooked because they've got that summer old school garage, but it's new. But nobody wants none of the
scared.
None of the DJs want to pioneer new UKG because it's that whole ego rubbing thing again.
Scared. Just scared.
Back in the day when we were growing up on the scene, you wanted to be the first to play a tune. You wanted to be the first who had that note, and everyone coming to you, what's this? I don't know what it is. Now people are scared to do that.
Yeah, we're stuck in a cycle.
It's the craziest thing.
It's sad, man. It's sad because it's just a cycle. We're just playing the same tunes. You might as well just get a but you might as well just get a pure garage CD and just put it on, and just let it play in a nightclub because that's the same songs that all the DJs are playing. They're not going out of their comfort zone to give the ravers something fresh, what they deserve. They paid their money. They paid their £10, £15 to get in. Give them something new. We've got to get out of that cycle. How do we get out of that cycle though, Kifa?
Like I've said before, sometimes people, whether it be DJ, MC or promoters, they'll say to you, the scene is dead. Yeah. My argument is the scene ain't dead. I get booked nearly on every weekend. Some weekends I've got a couple bookings and it's been consistent like that for many years. Yeah. And I'll just throw it out there. All my bookings are paid. So that being said, I make a little bit of income from this so-called dead scene, if that's what you want to call it. So I will always argue the scene ain't dead. The scene is the scene. It just hasn't progressed. There's a difference.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
The scene isn't dead.
Yeah.
There's garage events getting thrown every day in every part of the country, even in places like Dubai, Amsterdam, Germany. Garage is there. It hasn't died. It hasn't gone anywhere. All these people saying, where's garage gone? Garage hasn't gone anywhere. I'm a living testament of it. So are a lot of other artists. Hyperactive, number one. That geezer, it's ridiculous. So how people can say garage is dead, it's not dead. It hasn't progressed. It's stagnant. There's plenty of new DJs. There's plenty of new producers. There's plenty of new promoters. There's plenty of new everything.
Yeah.
Just not plenty of people pushing the new
music. I know. And there's a lot of new music out there. What do you think of some of the new music? Is all of
some
it good?
Of it's whack.
Some of it is whack.
That's because it's being made by kids.
Yeah.
Who don't know about the real garage sound.
Watered down.
So it's, it's what the granddad's told mum and mum's told me almost.
Yeah.
You're third generation to this thing.
Yeah.
So some of it is whack. But the ones who really manage to capture that sound, they're remixing some of these old, I've heard that some of the, Phono Vibes, I'll big you up again, Bennett Insoul, all these producers, Jay Collier, these guys are turning these old tunes, touching it, and turning them into bangers.
It's really annoying though, there was a certain producer, big producer, and he was being showcased at an event, and all he was doing was playing the tunes that he was making in the 90s and the 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you're probably one of the biggest names in the garage scene. You could at least come with some dub plates of remixes
Right.
of those tunes that we were playing in the early,
especially
the
if
late
you made
90s.
them.
Yeah. But no. And this is why the scene is just, it's just in a circle. Everything's just been looped. No one has the courage to play at these top events. These big name DJs haven't got the courage to play fresh garage and see what the response is. They just want to play the same songs.
Yeah.
Flowers, sorry, female attitude, but yeah, Flowers, Chocolate Boy.
Sorry, Leanne.
It's we got to get out of that cycle. I think the ravers deserve more. They deserve better because they're paying for it. We need to give it to them, but we're not delivering it to them.
What might be another idea, Redlock?
Yeah.
Room 2. Make it all new UKG. You want your DJs to play what they want to play, so be it. Back in the day, you'd have the main room, second room be for up and coming.
Yeah.
You can still do the same concept, but only new UKG played in room 2.
Yeah.
At least give the ravers the option. Yeah. So then if DJs want to play safe, they want to play safe. But those DJs that really want to get cut, maybe even scratch, drop all the new bangers, test it, you need room 2 to test. Why would you not? To me, it doesn't make sense. I know one particular DJ, every old school club banger you can think of, he has remixed every single one of those tunes. He refuses to play any of the originals, and when he does a set, he plays nothing but his own dubplate remix version of that tune. So you'll recognize it, but you will never have heard it anywhere because it's his, and his only, and that is it. He refuses to play any originals. He's like, they want to listen to that set, they can listen to the DJ before me, and they can listen to the DJ after me. Me in between, I'm doing what I'm doing. If they want all the regular stuff, the DJ before me and before him will definitely play. DJ after me and after him. And I just laugh because it's true what he says. But ultimately, this scene is...
It's just in a loop. It's just in a loop.
Literally.
We need to get out of that loop. So, name me some of your favourite DJs.
Oh, my DJ, Mixture.
Mixture. Okay,
Mixture, I moulded him. I've known Mixture probably about 11 odd years now. First day we met, he messaged me on social media and said, fancy coming and do a show. Never heard of the guy, never seen him. Station was local to me. I thought, why not? Went and met him, From there, we've been friends. And I've moulded him. He knows what I like. He knows what to play, knows how to get the guy. So Mixture, I'll always big up Mixture as my number one guy. If people want to say designer DJs, I don't actually have any designer DJs. All the DJs I like are either up and coming or underrated. I like...
You said Spinny B.
Yeah, I love Spinny B. He does a big set. I quite like Cartier. I've done a few sets with Cartier because these are the DJs that tend to play, higher tempo garage that I like to speak to, almost close to being grime, instrumental, UK bass, whatever you want to call it. I like that. Spinny B, Cartier. You got Jay Walk, who's on UK Raw, another guy called DJ K as well, UK Raw. These are the DJs that I circulate around because they've got the feel good factor to them. They don't play the usual. They get me gassed. Every time I go station, it feels like a new thing, So yeah, predominantly I'd say some people might call them bedroom DJs. I call them underrated.
Yes. Yeah, definitely underrated.
To me, that's the difference.
What about MCs? Who you rating? Who do you rate?
That's a hard one. I rate so many people, DJs as well. It's only because you're saying I wouldn't even say favourites, but I would say the people that stand out to me. MCs, wow. It's a hard one. Again, I wouldn't say their name brand, but they're all underrated. The list goes on.
There's a lot of MCs, good MCs, isn't there?
We're saturated with. Whatever type you want. You can have, bashment type MCs, you fast and slow MCs, storytellers, hosts. different tones of voice, it's just crazy. I'd be lying to you, Red.
Okay, I'll tell you someone who's underrated then.
Go on.
Wicked.
Where he's underrated.
Underrated. And again,
I love Wicked. Wicked, big you up, love your family to me, you know, I've got bare love for you.
And ahead of his time. Ahead of his time.
Wicked's always been very supportive towards me. He's always,
He's a good person. He's a good person.
Talks when we see each other, we get bookings together. He always talks to me. You know, I'd whisper in my ear.
Yeah.
Don't watch no face.
Yeah.
Do what you're doing. You're a bad boy MC. You've got this.
Yeah.
Just keep at it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And he'll tell me straight. If I've had a rubbish set, he'll say to me, bro, you was not on form for that set.
I like that.
And I love that.
Yeah.
Because me, I want to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Constructive criticism.
Yeah.
It's only bad mind if you're not thinking right.
Yeah.
For me, it's constructive.
Yeah.
I want to hear that.
Yeah.
Up my game.
Yeah.
Like I said, Heidi used to be the one that made me do that.
Yeah.
I don't have that anymore. I don't have a right hand to put me in my place.
Yeah.
So I'll take it anywhere I can get it, Red.
Yeah.
That's the honest truth.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yeah.
You think I'm whack? Tell me. I don't business.
Yeah.
I'll prove you wrong.
Going off the subject, did you ever hear the Pay As You Go versus Heartless crew clash?
Yes, that's legendary, isn't it? I'm sure most people who are into garage even know all the lyrics. Yeah, they're already rolling in my head right now.
Were you there, or did you just hear it?
No, I heard it. I wasn't there. Those days there, I wasn't really attending all those big boy raves.
Have you ever worked with any of them guys, Pay As You Go or Heartless?
As close as I've worked with Heartless, I've done loads of things with Heartless. Bushkin, Mighty, Fonty, many a times over the years. They've been quite what's the word I'm looking for? Predominant in my path doing this thing. Pay As You Go, not really. Maxwell D, bucked him a few times.
Yeah, he's a local boy, isn't he?
Yeah, Maxwell. You know, for all those I don't know, Maxwell's dad was on Choice FM. He was.
I forgot the name as well. I know you.
One of the original dons from Choice.
Not Daddy Freddy, is it? Not Daddy Freddy.
No. Oh, my mind's gone blank. I wish I didn't say anything.
It will come. No, it will come to us. It will come to us.
So, you know, Maxwell's he's been doing this thing forever. So, Maxwell, apart from that, Pay As You Go, never. What I can say is, though, Pay As You Go was signed to a record label back in the day when they were actually doing Champagne Dance, if anyone remembers that song.
Yeah.
Champagne Dance got released under Polydor and was let out into the charts, and it made top 40. At that exact time, I had a record contract with Polydor as well as a solo artist, garage, grime artist. Pay As You Go released the song. The song didn't make, you know, big waves. Top 40 is still top 40. A lot of people can't even do that.
Mm-hmm.
They called me into the office, basically had a meeting and said, look, we've got Pay As You Go in the books. We've just released Champagne Dance. We can't bust top 40. We're in top 40. We can't get top 10, top 20, top 30. This is where we're at. They're Pay As You Go. And that's what they can bring to the table. You're just you. You don't have what Pay As You Go's had. You know, you haven't got the fan base.
Mm-hmm.
We're not willing to take a risk on you now. They were going to invest in me. They were going to push me as an artist, all of that. But because of how Pay As You Go's went, they basically said, you're a risk now. You could be a liability. You could be more money than you're worth. So they almost null and voided my contract and said, look, you know, we're going to have to go ways. So I've had many opportunities like that, Redlock, where I've been.
But still lost.
I had many opportunities. I was managed by Charles Gordon. I don't know if you know Charles Gordon. He used to manage Mystique.
Okay.
He used to manage Mystique. He was my manager once upon a time. He, off the back of Mystique, he tried to create another band like Mystique. It was 4 girls and 1 boy. I was the 1 boy. And one of the girls in the group was actually Roxy from EastEnders.
Okay.
Yeah, wicked voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So me and the girls spent many a time in, you know, studio making music.
Yeah.
And we went under the name Charlie's because he was Charles Gordon and he wanted that whole Charlie's Angels type thing.
Yeah.
So they were called Charlie's. I messed up. I'm being real with you. I was a bit young, I was a bit dumb. I had a really jealous ex-partner at the time, and it was like, she found out that they're all girls, you know, and she was like, me or them. Young and dumb. You always go for the gal.
No, but it happens.
You go for the gal. So I was dumb. I was there doing a recording went to my manager and I said, I'm just going to go to the shop. I need to get some sweets. You know, these are all behind the scenes secrets. Never tell anybody you think, but yeah, it's like, I'm going to go shop and get some sweets. Anybody want anything? No, 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 boom, boom, boom. I walked out, never came back. Never came back. Yeah. And then for weeks, I was literally ducking and diving because I was embarrassed. But ultimately, I wanted my woman more than I wanted the career. Stupid now. Because now she's a thought.
Yeah.
She's not even part of my life anymore. So it shows I wasted those opportunities.
But you've learned from it.
Learned from it.
And that's what's made you wiser, because you would never do that again.
Never.
So you benefit from that, really, because we have to make mistakes.
Yeah.
I made a mistake like that once, with my arrogance. I was invited to join Call, and Smurf interviewed me. And I think my arrogance messed me up. And I probably would have been one of the youngest DJs on Call FM at the time. But my arrogance messed me up because I had this, if I want Smurf, I can go on Weekend Rush. Kind of, you don't say that to like the biggest station guy.
Yeah,
so you learn. So these mistakes, you learn. So with you doing that, if you didn't do that, where would you be now?
God knows.
You've got to look at it. These things mold us into who we are
They
now.
do 100%.
You know,
I agree.
So we can teach the next generation, don't make these mistakes that we did.
I agree.
You know, I'm here now because I had that attitude, but I had to have that attitude so I can learn it. You know, and so you benefit from it really. And if you look at it,
Cool FM. It was a station I would love to have been on once upon a time. You know, there's many stations.
Yeah, big up Eastman, legend. But
Yeah.
we're talking about Eastman. We'll talk about Eastman another time. And then we'll talk about okay. So, what's your favourite garage track? What would you say is your favourite garage tune? Have you got a favourite tune?
I don't have a favourite. Like I said, I like all the skippy 138 type double tap, instrumentals.
Yeah.
So predominantly all of them are my favourites. But I have got one particular track that any DJ that works with me on a regular knows that this track was not a garage track per se. It wasn't really, I would like to say that I was the guy that put this tune on the forefront, because many DJs now play it. But prior to me playing this tune or making a freestyle video to me emceeing to it, nobody had heard of it. It was, the guy's Russian, the producer. He goes by the name Dark Sky.
Okay.
Maddest, he does these grimy, dark, instrumental type beats. And he has one tune called High Rise, by Dark Sky. And it's just the wildest thing. It's really quick. And like I said, it wasn't actually a garage tune, maybe more grime, but even then I wouldn't say he labeled it as grime. He's just a guy that makes these type of beats.
Yeah.
I came across it and I was like, this is getting brought into our sets. I'd asked so many DJs, producers, do you know this guy? Nobody had heard of him. I found him on SoundCloud. I found him on SoundCloud. He was just one of them random guys.
Yeah.
And then I started flicking through his catalogue, and I was like, you know what? This is my guy. The fact that no one knows him, he's even more my guy.
Yeah.
The fact that no one's got these tunes, even more my guy.
Yeah.
I always wanted to be different.
Yeah.
Now, I can name you 6, 7 DJs off the top of my head alone who play that tune, all because of me.
Have you ever tried to contact him?
No, I haven't,
Contact him, man.
I actually haven't. That's actually a really good idea.
No, because he might be sitting indoors thinking, no one likes my tunes.
Like, literally, I've even had people saying to me, like, bro, what's this tune?
I would say message him, Kifa. Message him, tell him that, you know.
It's no harm, is it? It's a good idea.
That's it. He might be really honoured because he might be one of your fans.
Yeah, it's a really good idea.
You might gas him up by him saying, wow, Kifa actually messaged me, said, you know.
He's something else, some Russian guy. I mean, like, just the fact that he's from Russia, you wasn't grown up around this type of thing. So to me, Dark Sky, High Rise. If you don't know it, check it out. You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think in it. It's not a brand new tune anymore. When I discovered it, it was new. Yeah. But if you haven't heard it, it's new. That's the bottom line.
So did you delve into the grime side?
I love grime.
Did you do a lot of work, like
I'm doing more
radio, now? More now, okay.
I'm doing a lot more now. Getting brought into grime segment shows. I'm getting a lot of producers who slide up in my inbox and say to me, like, look, we want to work with you. There are so many producers that want to work with me, but it's balance. You know, I've got
Time.
family,
Yeah,
I've got kids,
time.
I've got life. Yeah, so the fact that I'm sometimes I just literally just don't have the time. You know, if you want me for an hour, I'll come to the studio, play the instrumental. I'll just MC over the instrumental 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Just say whatever. I'll go home, chop, chop, cut and paste, bop, 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 brrr, finish copy, send to me. We can work that.
Yeah.
I've got time for that.
Yeah.
But real studio sessions, I just haven't, even as much as I want it.
It's hours, isn't it? Sometimes.
It's a lot, Redlock. And that's why as it stands, right now, I don't have any tunes. I've featured on Sovereign's new, you know, Sovereign and Fuse. They've done a new 007 remix.
That brother. Yeah, I saw that. But we're going to talk about it in a minute. That brother, that producer, mate, Sovereign, underrated.
Oh, 100%.
And did you know he used to produce in the jungle scene?
Yeah.
On the Jungle Lights.
Yeah.
I only discovered that like 3 years ago, and I nearly dropped the phone when I found that out.
And what a lot of people don't know is Sovereign's brother is Compass, DJ Compass.
DJ Compass, I mean, from Vicky Rush, Compass was on there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're now Supreme, aren't they?
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
they're brothers. This is what I mean. A lot of people, they don't know the connections.
Yeah.
You know,
the history.
The history behind what, you know, what these people are out here doing. You know, Sovereign, he was one of the first to create garage bangers that were getting real recognition.
Every tune that brother made was just...
He's got some bangers right now, man.
Yeah, I can imagine.
He's got this, just a quick one, but he's got like little compilation album. Like, if I'm thinking, remember off the top of my head, let me know if I get it wrong, Sovereign, but it's like 7 or 11 tracks, which are all Oriental, Japanese, how do you want to put it? He's got his, you know, ideas from, when you listen to it, it's got the old Kung Fu samples.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Chinese music, all with that dark tone, grimy, garagey type beat.
A nice B-line. He does a nice B-line, doesn't he?
New, out of this world. You need to look him up. Like, if you don't know about Sovereign Music UK, big him up. Yeah, he's...
So what how did you come about to working with him? Because you're featuring on the 007 remix.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
I'm about, innit? Like, get bookings, and there was actually a guy. He's from up north. He's like a rapper MC. He approached me and he said to me, "Look, I've been talking to Sovereign," which I was like, okay, interesting, because I know other people that know Sovereign. I've been talking to Sovereign. He really and I've always known that Sovereign wanted to remake the 007 tune. I've heard it through the grapevine for a good couple of years now. Dave Allgood H from Allgood Records, even he said to me, "I've been on Sovereign for years. Been telling Sovereign to remix this tune and put it out there with MCs on it." Mm-hmm. So it just went on for years. For a good 3-4 years, I heard it. So then this guy approaches me and says to me, "Been talking to Sovereign," and I basically told Sovereign, "I want you on the tune." Okay. Straight away I said yes. How could you not?
Yeah.
It's a classic tune. Mm-hmm. Everybody that's anybody knows
it.
It's one of the first rollers. It's one of the first grime type tunes.
Yeah.
You know? I was on it. Yeah. All day. And then other MCs got brought in. And yeah, basically, again, with that Sovereign track, I went to NG, big up NG, if you don't know DJ NG. I went to NG Studio and basically done all the work at NG Studio, done the ad-libs, you know, done the vocals on the track, without the track, you know, the usual stuff. Yeah. Spent a good day there. Mm-hmm. And then just sent them all to Sovereign, and the tune was made. There were supposed to be visuals made for it. Didn't happen. You know, stuff happens. But I'm happy because it's something official that almost cements me into the mix. I've got something. You know, if I drop dead tomorrow, I've never made a tune. Some MCs might argue, "How are you up here on the stage with me?" When, you know, I didn't do A&R part. I didn't make no tunes. I didn't get signed or bust. You know, like, you know, the Pied Pipers, Master Ceremonies, that whole, you know, I wasn't part. I've been MCing as long as them, but I didn't follow that path. I made my own path. They flew to Napa and started doing their thing. I stayed in London and was hitting all the local little
There you
clubs.
go. See, you were still building a scene. It doesn't matter. They could have been in INAP or America or Toronto.
Yeah.
But we were building the scene here.
I was tapping away at all
That's it.
these little clubs every weekend.
Keeping it alive.
For little £20, little £30.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was more just to get it, get it. And then the rest is history. And that's what, as crazy as it sounds, Redlock, I've been emceeing, like I said, since '93. But promoters, DJs, and a lot of the other MCs on the scene still consider me as the new boy, new school. Yeah. So when someone says, "Oh, we need a good MC," I'm always the one that gets pushed. Like, you know, I'm not new. I've been doing this for a long time, but because I didn't follow the same path, it's almost like,
yeah, it's an insult because a lot of people have said the same thing to me. I'm like,
right,
I've been DJ longer than you. Just because you're in the scene, like, all right, don't get me wrong. I'm in the scene. I know I'm in the scene. But I'm a B-lister. You got A-listers and you got B-listers. And we class as B-listers. So we're always on the big events, but we're B-listers. So every event has, so every event has the A-listers who are always booked.
Yeah.
But then there's a phone book.
Yeah.
Where the promoter's looking in that phone book and they go, okay, so here are our B-listers. So we got Redlock, we got Kifa, we got Uno. So who shall we book in there? And that's, so we're B-listers. So we're up and we might be in the main room, but we're still the B-lister. Go on, tell me what you got to say. Go on, tell me.
The reason I'm laughing, is because you've hit the nail on the head, Redlock, To me, in my eyes, it's a hierarchy.
Yeah.
3 levels. You get bottom, middle, and top, just like you do a cake.
Yeah.
The people at the top, which is what you're calling the A-listers. Yeah. Those people, they get paid the big money to perform. They don't sell any tickets, but they pull a crowd. Yeah. Those people those artists sell tickets. Then you have the level below, the middle level, which is where I believe I sit. Yeah. And then you've got the bottom level. The bottom level, before we get to the middle, we'll go from the top to the bottom. The bottom level is where you get all the freebie MCs, all the freebie DJs. Yeah. Maybe you ain't got no talent, whatever. Anyway, I'm not here to knock a man's hustle. But the point what I'm trying to get at is the ones at the bottom, they will all get booked. No problem, because they don't charge. They put the work in, and a lot of them do sell tickets because they're hungry for it. Yeah. The people like you and me and the Unos and all of that sit in the middle, no promoter will ever come to us and try to ask us to MC or DJ for free because they know it's a disrespect. Yeah. But the flip side of that is we're not A-listers either. Yeah. So they know we're good at what we do. We're good at our art. Yes, we can also sell tickets and do that
big
type
names,
of stuff.
Big people.
They know we can do that.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I want Redlock, I want Kifa on our bill. My budget's tight. I haven't heard that my budget's tight lyric for God knows how long. I can't remember the last time a promoter came to me and asked me if he can spit for free. I'm being real with you.
They can't because we've been in the scene long enough.
Boom. So what happens is a lot of promoters juggle between the top tier and the bottom tier. As soon as COVID hit, I was in trouble. All the people that sat in the middle during COVID didn't get booked at all. It was almost like your career done. The top was still getting booked and all the freebies were still getting booked. Because the whole, how it was, epidemic, they didn't want to spend money. They wanted all the artists. I was getting no bookings. I lost so many residencies. I weren't getting a look in. And I'm pretty sure you experienced the same sort of thing.
Yeah, same thing.
People that sat in the middle, they weren't getting no love. Promoters ain't coming to me and say, bro, do it for free. But then they don't want to come and pay me the money either. Because it's right now things are tight. So they'd rather take that money and pay it to one of the A-listers.
And then get your freebies.
And then get your freebies. So here you and me are sitting in the middle twiddling our thumbs thinking man's career's done. We've been at it 20, 30 years. We're done now. It picked up again slowly. Slowly. And I'm back at it. But a lot of my residencies because of COVID I lost. Twice as nice, finished. No more Twice as nice. Garage Splash, no more Garage Splash. I can name loads. I was resident for all of them. Sun City. The list goes on. Garage Nation Kent. Anything outside the M25, I was a resident for Garage Nation.
But the thing is, you're on everything, Kifa. Everything. You're on all the top flyers. But it's just the law of it, the rule of it. we're in that phone book. Like, because obviously the A-listers are on the computer screen.
They're on the screen.
They're on the agency.
Yeah,
so the
you're right,
agency,
you're
they
right.
tap, tap, tap. Okay, we're going to book
You're right.
EZ. We're going to book Ray Hurley. We're going to book whoever. Scott Garcia, whoever.
Yeah.
They're the A-listers.
Yeah.
And then you've got the B-listers, the book. So they open up the book and say, okay, so we got Una, we got Kifa, we got Redlock.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they've got a list of all these B-listed DJs and MCs. And it's a fight.
Yeah.
It's a battle, and then you get those B-listers that are ringing up promoting saying, "Yeah, don't book Redlock, don't book Redlock, don't put him on the flyer."
Yeah.
Like you got the haters.
Yeah, you get all of that.
Yeah, and it seems to be in the B-lister phone.
Where all the action is.
Yeah.
In the middle.
Yeah.
That's where all the action is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can say that because obviously I believe I sit in the middle. You know, everyone's got their opinions. Everyone's entitled to it, but I believe I sit in the middle, and that's where everything gets a little bit techie, a little bit technical. Yeah. You know, if you're affiliated with certain people won't work with you. I'm my own entity. I'm not affiliated to anybody. Nobody will ever say, "Oh, Kifa, oh yeah, he's with them, man. Oh, he's with..." No, I'm with everybody. Yeah. You north, east, south, west, up and down. Yeah. You know, whatever. Yeah. I play ball with everyone. I don't business. Yeah. That is also another reason I don't actually have a radio show. Because I'm not into the mini managing. Can't go here because of this, can't do that. No.
Politics.
All of that. So, that being said, I just do me. I be as nice as I can. I be as humble as I can. I be polite, professional. You know, all the stuff people expect you to do. If you're getting paid to do it. Yeah. If you're paying me to be on your event, I'll sell your tickets. I don't understand artists that say, "I don't sell tickets." Bro, do you want to perform to an empty club? Yeah. Crack on. Yeah. I want
ego, innit though? It's ego, man.
That's what I was saying. It doesn't make sense to me. The whole argument about I don't sell tickets, that to me there's no logical way of looking at that. Yeah. You telling me you don't sell tickets, to me doesn't wash. Yeah. What do you mean?
There's so much benefits, but I'm not going to tell them people the benefits of selling tickets. But so let them lose out. But there were so many benefits of selling tickets.
Loads.
But I'm not going to say it.
Redlock, I'll give you a perfect example.
Go on.
Imagine Jay-Z as a superstar. Yeah. What do you think if somebody approached Jay-Z on the street and said to him, "I want to buy a ticket," he's going to say, "I don't sell tickets." He'll point them in the right direction. Yeah. Everybody sells tickets. Yeah. The more tickets you sell, the more valuable you are. Yeah. The more you hold weight out here. Yeah. It's the scene. And you build up you don't want to sell tickets for your own event. Then you don't have to sell tickets. Yeah. But as an artist who wants to be known, who wants to get recognition, who wants to get paid, yeah, you need to sell tickets, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
Agreed, 100%.
Those tickets is what gets the people through the door, what puts money in this whole system, in this whole promotion, and keeps this venue open for you to come in here and whatever it is you do. Yeah. Make sense out of it. Yeah. You don't sell tickets, bro. That's you, innit? Big love. Send all them tickets my way. Yeah. I'll sell whatever I can. If I don't sell none, I don't sell none. I don't business. Yeah. But everybody gets the same from me. There ain't no, I don't sell tickets. What are you talking about? I sell tickets all day, bruv. Here's the link. Yeah, I don't care if I don't even get discount. I want you lot to be there to watch me spit. Yeah. To cheer. Yeah. To vibes with man. Yeah. Make new memories. Yeah. What are you lot talking about? You don't sell tickets. Slap yourself real quick. Behave.
Kifa, tell me a funny moment in your career. Tell me something that's or an embarrassing moment. Tell me something that you'll always remember that just stood out. It's like, oh man.
Shout to Luck and Neat. This one's you. Me, Luck and Neat, we're on the same flyer. This was many, many moons ago. Different now. You know, you could go to Luck and Neat and say my name, you know, and they would know who I am. Back then, I'm not sure if they did. But nevertheless, I was gassed to be on the same bill as them. And it was O2 Arena. If I'm not mistaken, it was the Loft Club. Anyway, one of the clubs.
I remember that Loft Club. Wicked venue.
In one of them. And these are the days when I used to drink drive. Never drink and drive. It's the worst idea. I don't drink anymore. Okay, I don't drink and drive. I used to drink and drive. So I drove. I was already licked on my way there. Not even when I was leaving. On my way there. So I got there, parked the car. I had a couple of the boys and girls with me. I thought I was a real G, you know, as you do. Bopping, I was licked up my nut, and I spotted Luck and Neat in it at the car park. Oh, Redlock,
Go on, man.
I started shouting, yo, neat, right? Looking at them. Anyway, I was licked, innit? I hit the car, fell on the floor, rolling over, stood up. Oh, and I was looking at them. Anyway, cut long story. I'll never forget it because I remember it to this day. I called Luck Neat and I called Neat Luck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Okay, oh dear, yeah.
Bro, I realised as soon as I said it, I had Luck's hand. Yeah? In my hand. And I realised straight away and I looked and my face said it all. And it was almost like, you know when you see the respect come out of someone's face? Yeah? All this love you're showing, like, you don't even know who we are.
Yeah.
You're showing man bare love, screaming man's name and you get over it, bruv. You don't even know who's who right now.
Yeah,
I was licked up, yeah? That was one thing. There's been many, you know, little scenarios. I've had a couple with DT. All these people back then were artists that I looked up to, listened to, had them on tape packs.
Mm-hmm.
Saw them on flyers. These guys are my friends now.
Mm-hmm.
I go on the same stages as them. You know, when we're off stage, we share social time together. You know, we smoke, we bust joke, we've got a lot of mutual friends. And it's always surreal for me. Still to this day, Redlock. You know, I turn up at a booking, someone will say, hey, Kifa, I'll turn around and it's one of the superstars.
But you are a superstar.
No, but I'm not.
No, but you are, Kifa. You got to remember, we're still... Okay, I'll give you an example of a film. Okay? So you got Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And you might have someone like... okay, the guy who stars in Boys to Men. Something Junior, I forgot his name, whatever he is. Okay, let's just roll with me.
Yeah.
In the film, you have your A-listers and your B-listers, but there's still main players.
Mm-hmm.
They might not get as much money as Tom Hanks for his. He might not get the 20 million.
Know. I see exactly what you're getting
but
at.
They're getting 10 million.
They're still famous.
Yes, they're still on everything. You're still a legend. You're still a star. It's in our eyes that we think that we might think that we're not A-listers. To the ravers, we're on the bill. They don't know any difference.
Yeah.
They're like, well, you're a big MC, you're a big DJ. You're on Twice as Nice. You're on Moondance.
Yeah.
You're on Sun City. You know, you are them.
Yeah,
I
understand.
them.
I suppose,
but it's because you're humble and you're good. You're a good person, so you don't go around. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm Kifa. You know, like there's MCs and DJs like that. You know, go like, yeah. You know who I am.
Yeah, I've got a few.
It's like, mate.
I still turn up to clubs and go and join the line and line up.
Yeah, that's me,
go
man.
To the door,
I'll queue up.
And then I go in, and then when I get in and realise I'm an MC, and they'll even say, I've had bands say to me like, bro, why didn't you come to the front and say you was an artist? I'm like, why?
Yeah.
I line up, the queue weren't that big. I do it normally, keep it nice, keep it smooth, everything normal.
Yeah.
Come in.
Humble.
I don't need to tell, I'm an artist, I need to get in, jump the queue.
Yeah.
I've never been like that.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of security, they'll know, yeah, he's cool. You know. But no, I'm not. I just think I just keep it moving.
Yeah.
I love what I do. I do it for free, but you promoters didn't hear that. Don't ever come to me and try to talk about free. Yeah. Oh, man will go deaf real quick. But yeah, you know, I love what I do. I love making memories. I love the vibes. I love everything about it.
Yeah.
How can you not, man? How can you not love performing?
Yeah.
You know,
it's probably one of the best things, isn't it? It's seeing people respond.
Yeah. How do you not? You know,
mm-hmm.
You know, I know a lot of DJs and MCs. You probably do as well, Red Dog. When life gets a little bit complicated or gets a little bit tight, the first thing they drop music.
Yeah, because it heals the soul. Music heals your soul, doesn't it?
Yeah. First thing they do, like I know guys, bad boy DJs, bad boy producers, bad boy MCs. They have kids, they get married. All of a sudden, they're like, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not a DJ. 10, 20 years later, they then go and buy decks, and it's almost like they're having a midlife crisis, menopause.
Yeah.
Because that's how you man are acting like girls. Yeah, and they're like, come back, I'm a DJ. And then what you do, you add to the camp of people that are beating UKG, talking bare negativity towards UKG because you decided to drop out. Then you come back 20 years later and you expect the same love.
Yeah.
And because you don't get the love, you get sour. Yeah?
Yeah. I see it in their little statuses.
Indirect.
Watching
direct. Yeah. And then you'd be surprised how many so-called known DJs or MCs do the same thing, but they think they're doing it in a way where it doesn't show them up to be sour. No, bro, you've just found another door to walk through, but it all sits in the same basket.
Yeah.
Negativity is negativity. Doesn't matter how you approach it or how you give people the news. You're still breathing badness. To me, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it, bro. Mind your business. Keep it moving. You'll go to bed. You wake up the next day.
Yeah.
What you was thinking yesterday didn't even matter.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. But a lot of these guys, no. They just want to be sour. They don't get booked. And then you being sour guarantees you're not getting booked. You know what I mean? You put up a status, 2 days later you delete it, or an hour later you delete it. If you put up the status, man, hold your thing, innit? Hold your thing, Don't put it up there and take it down an hour later. You take it down an hour later, that shows a lot about you as a person. Yeah, that is all I'm saying. I'm not here to not know, but it says a lot about you. Yeah. I ran, and then you got scared because now you think, oh, I shouldn't have done that. You know, but hey.
So what have we got to look forward to coming from the Kifa stable? What events we got? Give us plug your events. Any music that's coming out?
I'm working on some of the music, bits and pieces. I'm very, very fussy though. I won't just release anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm planning to, within the next couple of months, literally, bam, bam, bam. I'm gonna try my luck. I'm gonna drop a couple of singles, maybe do a couple of visuals. So look out for that. You know, if you don't have me on social medias, KIFAMC, the yellow fella. I got bookings, which I always get, you know, Essex, London, there's boat parties. What I always say to people, it's really hard for me to keep on top of where I'm emceeing. My mind just gets frazzled. But I always say to people, you know, if you really, ultimately, people are really interested, they'll find it. They'll find you. Somehow or the other.
Yeah.
You know, tagging 200 people on a post is mad. You don't need to do that. People are really interested, they'll be there. They'll back you. They'll support you.
Yeah.
Add me in, you know, just add me on my social medias. I'm always posting.
What are your social medias? Tell everyone what your social medias.
Yeah, Kifa MC, KIFAMC. You can get me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Snapchat, Live Me, Meet Me, you name it.
Yeah.
If there's a social media site, I've gone and opened an account on it, just that I'm almost copyrighting my name.
Yeah.
Even if I don't use it. Hence the reason I've got Live Me, Meet Me, all these things which probably people say close to being Tinder, whatever. I don't care. No one's using my name. There's only one Kifa.
Yeah.
So that's the way it is. But yeah, literally, I'm everywhere. I always respond, you know. Just add me. Come on the ride with me. Come on my journey, innit?
You know what,
I've still got a lot left. I've still got some in me.
There's nothing worse than another artist using your name. The feeling is, it's just probably the worst feeling. And I'll give you a little story. There was another Redlock, and I think he was on Sound FM, and at the time I was on Upfront FM, and Dagan and Tico found out about it, and yeah, they were willing to to do some things to end that.
Yeah, I believe that. That was.
And I had to like, no, let me talk to him.
I believe that.
I'll reach out to him. Just leave it, Dagan.
Yeah.
I'll sort it out. You can imagine what Dagan was saying.
Yeah,
like, nah, because we can't have another Redlock. We got you on this station.
Yeah.
We can't have another Redlock on Sound FM. So yeah, they were willing to do whatever they had to do to get rid of this guy. No, let me reach out to him. So I had to track him down, and I did track him down. I can't remember what I said to him. I think something like, you just need to stop using the name because I've been there from day one. You haven't. You're a new boy, blah, blah, blah. And his name did kind of fade out. I think the Sound FM management said, why don't you just clash him? It's like,
no, he's not even on that level.
It was like,
using my name.
But yeah, there's nothing worse. The feeling was, it was just a horrible feeling, man. So yeah, it's good that you kind of copyrighted your name in that way.
I know of two other people who have, there's a Kifa, Kifa, MC as well, believe it or not. Russian. He's from Russia and he's like a rapper, but he speaks in Russian.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a very big following. I've been on all the socials. I've had a look. So to me, I wasn't bothered because if you put Kifa MC and onto Google, it's all me. Yeah, when it becomes not being me, that's the problem then. But it's all me. So I kind of, plus he was Russian, I phased him out. And then there was another guy in MySpace days.
Yeah.
He was from
MySpace. I remember them
yeah,
days.
he was from America.
Yeah.
And again, he was a rapper.
Yeah.
But he went by the name of Kifa. Sent me a little message, said to him like, bro, you can't be using the name. We had a few words exchanged, and I basically just sent him my CV.
Yeah.
That's what you want to call
And
it.
that's what I did to that. Yeah, to that other
Yeah.
roadblock. Yeah.
So if you
It's
can
faded
better
out.
that,
Yeah.
if you can better that, you got every right to run around and be Kifa. But ultimately, I'm the guy. I'm Kifa.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can't be running around in my name.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. He was like, you know what? I see you're on things. You know you're getting booked. You're doing this and that. Fair play to you. I'll go with another. But even he said, it makes more sense for me to change. Why would I want to have the same name as somebody who's already active? Basically, is what he said. So luckily, we came to an agreement, and he went about his business and changed his name. But otherwise, apart from that, I've never met another Kifa ever, or even anything similar.
Yeah.
Which is probably why a lot of people struggle to say my name.
Yeah.
It's not enough of us
I can
around.
imagine the way the other people call it Kifa and
Kifa. I've had them all, man. I've had it all.
yeah. And did it have I already asked you what Kifa stands for? What
it's a form of Moroccan ash pollen.
Okay.
They say a puff of kif makes you as strong as 1,000 camels in the courtyard.
Ah.
That's the old saying.
Ah, so see everyone, you now know what Kifa stands for.
Kifa Sutherland.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's based off Kifa.
Yeah, okay.
His mum and dad were hippies, hence the reason his name was Kifa.
Okay.
But yeah, they used to
Okay.
Yeah, so his name is the same, but it's Kifa instead of Kifa. But ultimately, Kifa is from Kifa. Yeah, it's Moroccan ash.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically what it means. And if I don't, a lot of people probably know more as Kif, innit? Everyone puts it in, smokes it. But yeah, I've stuck with it. I love it. My favourite. The real dealer from Manila. In case you don't know, I'm Filipino. So that's why I say that in my lyrics. But yeah, I know you love what you do, Redlock. I know you do.
Yeah, man. My heart's there. Always hungry, man.
Don't
matter where I play.
Yeah.
Still hungry. I'm hungry to play at the small events. Yeah. It doesn't matter, big, small.
Doesn't matter to me. I just like to play.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. I love getting booked. I love getting the recognition.
Yeah.
I've
seen people dance. I love that's what it is, isn't it? It's seeing people react to what you're playing, and I do a lot of production as well. I used to produce for Nice and Right, so I do production, and I do love playing unknown tracks. I'm known for playing unknown tracks, and seeing what the response is, because I don't know, it's more, you get more satisfaction from seeing like. Sorry, sweet female attitude again. I know you guys are not going to like me.
Don't worry, man.
But I did a remix of Flowers, and the response in this intimate club setting was nice. Just, you can see people like, oh, don't know this mix. I've never heard this mix, but it just went down nice. It's nice to look up and see the response. People moving their head. I ain't heard this before, but I
know
can
the
vibe
tune.
from it. Yeah,
different beat.
I can vibe from this. And I think that's where a lot of DJs need to go now, that are in the scene. We need to have more courage to play unknown tunes.
Yeah, facts.
We need to.
Yeah, but not really. Like I said, we hit that subject earlier. But there's a lot of DJs who are trying to listen up. He's actively going out of his way to try and pioneer new music. He's throwing events with nothing but the music policy, all new. They almost, big up Fen as well. They almost try to not necessarily rebrand, but give it another name. Garage House. Yeah, which is this new garage. Because what they felt was that ultimately new garage was getting put under the carpet because of the UKG banner. So people just think old school garage, don't they? And they wanted to break away from that. Hence the reason the whole garage house tags come about, which is meant to be new garage.
When you think about it, you really look back. I mean, UK bass grew.
Mm.
It's faded now, but it did grow. That was something new. It was nice.
It.
Yeah, it was nice to have a new genre of garage. It just faded out, didn't it, man?
Well, Garage Splash. When I used to get my Garage Splash bookings in Vauxhall, yes, we were Garage Splash, and we had the second room because ultimately it's Jungle Splash. But that's basically what we played was UK bass.
Yeah.
You didn't hear any of the Predators or the grime. It wasn't really grime. It was mostly UK bass, UK instrumentals.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that. Just wild.
Yeah.
You could tell it was garagey orientated, but it was just wild. The bass undertones are so heavy.
Yeah.
You sometimes can't even speak to it because the bass is so heavy that you can't even hear yourself.
Yeah.
There's no tops or mids. It's all.
Yeah.
And that's what the new, I'll say younger ravers that used to go there loved it. They couldn't get enough of that. That's what they like. It's almost dubsteppy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
The UK bass, garagey UK bass, very dubsteppy.
Yeah.
And then the youngers, they love that stuff.
Yeah.
To me, it just sounds like madness.
Yeah.
Madness. I don't know.
Well, listen, Kifa, man, it's been an honour.
Loved it. Thank you for having me.
To talk with you. I'm sure we're gonna bring you back again because
I love talking. I'll talk forever, mate.
We got loads to talk about. We couldn't get it all in, but we've got it's been nice, man. It's been nice to catch up with you.
Thank you for having me down, honestly, and
keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yeah, thank you,
because you're smashing it.
Thank you, you too.
So yeah, thank you very much.
But yeah, big love to everybody,
Yeah.
and stay safe.
Nice one. Thank you, Kifa.
Peace.